Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you very much for your kind association. Please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta koti vaishnavvrinda ki jai. Om अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, we are continuing our study of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter, entitled The Opulence of the Absolute, text 16. So 10.16. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shri Arjun is speaking to Lord Krishna. After Lord Shri Krishna spoke the Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita, the four verses 10.8 through 10.11, Arjun goes in ecstasy and he glorifies Krishna, Param Brahma Param Dham Pavitram Paramam Bhavan. And now let us see, after glorifying and offering prayers to Shri Krishna, what Arjun says. Vaktum arhas asheshena divyayatma vibhutayah याभिर्विभूतिभिर्लोकान् इमां स्त्वं व्याप्य तिष्ठसि. Arjun is requesting Shri Krishna, please tell me in detail. Asheshena means don't leave anything untold. Shesh means something that is left. Ashesh means do not leave anything. Please tell me in detail of your divine opulences. Atma vibhutayah. Vibhuti means opulence. Atma vibhutaya means your opulences, your own divine opulences. Please tell me in detail, Ashesha. I want to know your opulences by which you pervade all these worlds. Because Lord Krishna said, na, Aham sarvasya prabhavaha mattah sarvam pravartate. Arjun said, I want to understand in detail how, through your vibhutis, imam stvam vyapya tishtasi. Vyapya means all pervading, sarva vyapi, Vishnu. How you are all pervading, I want to understand. Purport by our beloved, revered founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, Shri Srimad Abhay Charanarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. In this verse, it appears that Arjun is already satisfied with his understanding of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. So after the Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita was spoken by Lord Krishna, Arjun was completely satisfied. He was clear. By Krishna's grace, Arjun had personal experience, intelligence, and knowledge, and whatever else a person may have. And through all these agencies, he has understood Krishna to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For him, there is no more doubt. Yet, Arjun is asking Shri Krishna to explain his all-pervading nature. One should know that this is being asked by Arjunji on behalf of the common people. Arjun is satisfied. Arjun is convinced about Krishna's supremacy. He doesn't need any convincing. But Arjun is such an intelligent student that he's asking for the other students the question. 17. Katham vidyam aham yogins tvam sada parichintayan keshu keshu cha bhaveshu chintyosi bhagavan maya. Please pay attention, dear devotees. Shri Arjunji is saying, O Lord Krishna, O Supreme Mystic, Bhagavan, how shall I constantly think of you? Katham vidyam aham yogims tvam sada parichintayam. How can I do your constant chintan? O Yogeshwar Krishna, O Param Yogi Krishna, how can I always think of you? And how shall I know you? In what various forms, keshu keshu cha bhaveshu chintyosi bhagavan maya? In what various forms are you to be remembered by me, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan? Hare Krishna. Please pay attention what is happening. Who can tell me what is happening? What are the questions that Arjun is asking? Who can see the correlation? Gaurav, please tell me in detail your divine opulences by which you pervade all these worlds. Tvam Vyapya Tishtasi. You are all pervading, your situated is all pervading. Which verse of Chatushloki does this enquiry and request of Arjun map to?
10.8 Prabhuji.
Hari Bol. Very good. You see, Sri Krishna spoke the Chatushloki, and Arjun's questions are questions that are going to illuminate the points that Sri Krishna made in the Chatushloki. What a brilliant listener Arjun is. This is called active listening. Now, text 17. Which statement of Sri Krishna in the Chatushloki does this request of Arjun map to? Who can answer? Oh Krishna, how shall I constantly think of you? How shall I know you? Yes, Gaurav, again.
Machita.
Yes, there Krishna is saying that mat chitta mat gata prana. Devotees are mat chitta, they are always thinking of me. So he's asking, how do I do your chintan? Can you explain to me? How devotees are supposed to do your chintan? You said my devotees, they always do my chintan. They're always thinking of me. See how Arjun is illuminating the statements of Krishna even more by his questions. As it is stated in the previous chapter, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, is covered by his Yoga Maya. What verse is that? Raise your hand. Come on, raise your hand. Gopesh, do you know? No? Who knows? नाहम प्रकाश सर्वस्य योगमाया समावृता मूढ़ोहम नाभि जानाति लोकम अजम अव्ययम. Krishna says, no, I'm covered by my yogamaya. Only surrendered souls and devotees can see him. Now, Arjun is convinced that his friend Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, but he wants to know the general process by which the common men can understand Krishna. They can focus on Krishna. So again, Arjun's questions are not just meant for him, but they are meant for others also, other listeners. The words Keshu Keshu cha Bhaveshu refer to material nature. The word Bhava means physical things. Because materialists cannot understand Krishna spiritually, they are advised to concentrate their minds on physical things and try to see how Krishna is manifested by his physical representations. 18. Vistarenatmano yogam vibhutim cha janardana bhuya kathaya triptirhi. Hare Krishna. Shrunvato nasti me mritam. Arjun is saying, "Oh Janardhan, again, please describe in detail the mystic power of your opulences. I am never satiated in hearing about you. For the more I hear, the more I want to taste the nectar of your words." कथय तृप्ति ही शृण्वतः न अस्ति में अमृतम. I am not satiated. What is the difference between being satisfied and being satiated? Hare Krishna. Look here, everyone. Srila Prabhupada said in the purport we read that Arjuna was completely satisfied with the Chatushloki. And now he's saying, I am not satiated. So who can tell me what is the difference between Arjun being completely satisfied, Advait Chandra, but he's saying he is not satiated. I am not satiated. Our Abhinav, Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I may be wrong, but I think when he says he's satisfied, means he got the knowledge that he needed, but he wants more, so he's not satiated yet.
Okay. Advait Chandra, you want to add anything to your younger brother's statement?
Well, but in terms of that, like I was remembering how a devotee is always satisfied, like Krishna Katha satisfies the soul, which means that, but it's never satiates the soul in the sense that, as you said, what Krishna has given him so far, his problems are solved. It's less that now that he's focused on the problem, it's more that he wants more. He just wants more and more of what Krishna is saying. So it's moved away from satiation in terms of he just wants to hear more about Krishna. It's so perfect that he doesn't need anything else. He just wants more of that. There's no need for anything else.
He's not looking for anything different, but he wants more of what he got. It is so satisfying. So it's satisfying, but not satiating. Keshav Madhav Prabhu, some illumination.
Hare
More.
Krishna Prabhuji. No, Prabhuji, I'm just trying to follow Advait Chandra Prabhu's words. Prabhuji, after reading the
The
entire
drama
Bhagavad
guru and the drama assistant guru. Hare
Gita,
Krishna.
Prabhuji, over here, Arjun mentions that I am never satiated, but in the next line itself, he says, I want to hear, I want to taste the nectar of your words. So, literally, what Advait Chandra Prabhu mentioned, that a person can be satisfied with respect to all of his hankerings, but hearing that, getting that satisfaction increases our motivation to hear more Krishna Katha. So,
Very nice. Asha Mataji, you like this? Being satisfied, completely satisfied, Krishna. I am Swamin Kritarthosmi, Varam Nayachi. I am completely satisfied. But then, Swadu Swadu Pade Pade. I want more than.
yes.
This is Krishna Katha Gopesh. This is Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Can we say is satisfied but not content? Content is like completely filled. Satisfied is yes, you drink a glass of
Yes.
water, it quenches the thirst, but then there is a quest for more.
Nice use of words. Let's ask Ladini Kopika Mataji. She is very expert in the use of words. She's an author. Hari Bol.
It's very interesting. That's exactly what I was thinking, Prabhu, that sometimes when you're thirsty, you drink water, but for whatever reason, you're still not satiated. Like your stomach's full, but you can't have more. So that's like satisfaction versus satiation.
Wonderful. I feel like that with Rasmalai. Hari Bol. हम हैं सीधे साधे अक्षज अक्षज. Yes.
Thanks, Prabhuji. In the purport it says, one will tire of hearing mundane stories, but one never tires of hearing about Krishna. So that's something that was that could be described what satiated means.
Yes. Srila Prabhupada was in Atlanta. And Prabhupada said, try chanting Coca-Cola, 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 Coca-Cola 16 rounds. You will not feel what you feel with chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hari Bol. Oh, Janardhan, again, please describe in detail the mystic power of your opulences. I am never satiated in hearing about you. For the more I hear, the more I want to taste the nectar of your words. This is the addiction of Krishna Katha. Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport, a similar statement was made to Sri Suta Goswami by Shaunakadi Rishis at Sri Naimisharanya Dham. This statement is, Vayam tu navitripyama uttama shloka vikrame yachrinvatam rasa jnanam swadu swadu pade pade. At every step, the taste keeps increasing. It becomes more and more juicy, more and more tasty, and one can never be satiated even though continuously hearing the transcendental pastimes of Sri Krishna, who is glorified by excellent prayers, Uttama Shloka, Shunmatam. Those who have entered into a transcendental relationship with Krishna relish at every step the descriptions of the pastimes of Krishna more and more. Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam Pratipadam. Can you give me some example of this? Swadu Swadu Pade Pade. Bhuya Kathaya Triptirhi Shrunvato Nasti Me Amritam. Can you give an example of this? I love it when I hear, when I get this. But then as I get it, as I love it, I'm completely, all my desires are fulfilled. But then I want more, I want more, I want more. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Gadadhar Pandit. Yes, Sundarangi Radha Mataji.
Hi, Krishna Prabhu. The example that is coming is Dadi Manthan Leela. Like Krishna wanting to have Mata Yashoda's milk more and more, Mata Yashoda wanting to feed him more and more. It's like an ongoing competition. That was the one that instantly hit the mind, Prabhu.
Yes, wonderful example. Thank you. And also Shri Gadadhar Pandit and Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu describing and hearing Dhruv Charitra, Prahlad Charitra 100 times, again and again and again, because every time they hear, they get newer taste in that. Now, as far as Amritam, nectar is concerned, any narration or statement concerning Krishna is just like nectar. Punyam Krishnam Kathamritam. Haribu. Tava Kathamritam. Tapta Jivanam. 19. Now Sri Krishna will reply. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Hantate Kathayishyami Divyayatma Vibhutayah Pradhanyata Kuru Shreshtha Nastyanto Vistarasya Me. Shri Krishna is addressing his dear devotee Arjun as Kuru Shreshtha. Kuru Shreshtha, the best amongst the Kurus. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna said, yes, I will tell you of my splendorous manifestations. I will tell you about my opulences, my vibhuti. But only those which are prominent, O Arjun, best amongst the Kurus. Because my opulences are limitless. You said, tell me Ashesh. Arre Baba, Shesh, Nag cannot tell Ashesh. Krishna much rah jata hai. By the time he finishes describing one pastime with one mouth, in my millions of incarnations, I have performed so many pastimes. So it is not possible. But I will tell you, pradhanyata, whatever are the prominent, I will tell you. Srila Prabhupada writes, it is not possible to comprehend the greatness of Krishna and his opulences. The senses of the individual soul are limited and do not permit us to understand the totality of Shri Krishna Tattva. We cannot understand in totality Krishna Tattva. Krishna, नाम महात्म्य, कृष्ण लीला रहस्य, Krishna Roop Madhuri, Krishna Leela Madhuri, we cannot understand in totality because one of our senses is the mind, and these are all have limitations being material energy. How can they entirely grasp spiritual source of all spiritual energy, Shri Krishna? Parasya Shakti Vividha Vishruti. How we can understand Krishna with the material mind, material senses? Jadendriya. 20. Now there is ecstasy. Are you ready for ecstasy? Who wants ecstasy? Haribol. Who knows how to recite Bhagavad Gita shlokas nicely? On Gita Jayanti, who recites Fatafat, Khatakhat, Masta? Who knows? Rishit, read text 20.
Should I read it fast or the melodious one?
Your voice is naturally melodious. Make it more melodious by singing it melodiously. We like melodies.
Oh, it's just the same normal one.
Yes, this is most true.
Aham Atma Gudakesh Sarvabhutashya Stitha Aham Adishcha Madhyam Cha Bhutanamanta Eva Cha.
Haribol, what sweetness. Amazing. Thank you. Sundarangi Radha Mataji. Read 21.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. 1 second, Prabhu. Sorry. आदित्यानामहं विष्णुर्ज्योतिषां रविरंशुमान् मरीचिर्मरुताम् अस्मि नक्षत्राणामहं शशि.
Ah, so beautiful. Krishna is describing his opulences. Krishna, 22.
वेदानां सामवेदोऽस्मि देवानाम् अस्मि वासवः इन्द्रियाणां मनश्चास्मि भूतानाम् अस्मि चेतनाः.
Aha, very nice. Nandini, tan tan. 23.
रुद्राणां शङ्करश्चास्मि वित्तेषो यक्षरक्षसां वसूनां पावकश्चास्मि मेरुशिखरिणाम् अहम्.
Very good. Very nice. Keshava Madhava. 24.
पुरोदशां च मुख्यं मां विद्धि पार्थ बृहस्पतिं शेषानिनाम् अहं स्कन्दः शरसाम् अस्मि सागरः.
How beautiful this is. Premavali Mataji. 25. महर्षिणा भृगुरहम जिन्होंने लात मारी. Yes, Premavali Mataji. Unmute. Hari bol.
महर्षीणां भृगुरहं गिराम् अस्म्य एकम् अक्षरं यज्ञानां जपयज्ञोऽस्मि स्थावराणां हिमालयः.
Where is Govinda Priya Mataji? She is not there today. She will love this verse. Yajnanam japa yajñosmi. Of all the yajnas, all the sacrifices, I am japa yajna. Hari bol. 26. Shampriya Mataji. Tan tan. You have it pulled up?
Yes, Prabhuji. Sorry, Prabhuji, I don't know, but I will try.
No problem.
Ashwatthama.
All your marks depend on this today's recitation of the shloka. Keshav Madhav sent me your answers, but I will not look at it. I will look at your pronunciations today.
Krishna. Prabhuji, I was not ready for this. Ashwatthah sarva vakshanam devarshinam च नारदः गन्धर्वना चित्ररथ सिद्धानां कपिलो मुनिः.
Very nice. Anuradha Leela Mataji. Jai Jagannath. 27.
Hare Krishna.
Little difficult. 27 is difficult one. So you try your best.
Thank you.
Go slowly.
Uchaitvasam ashvanam vidhimamamritobhavam Airavatam gajendranam naranam cha naradhipam.
Ooh, that was amazing. Mataji, you have to continue. We are saying Swadu Swadu Padevadu. We want to hear you more and more. Mataji does very, very wonderful kirtans, by the way. Very beautiful kirtans. So Mataji, please, 28 also you read.
Ayudhanam aham vajram Dhenunam asmi kamadhuk Rajanaschasmi kandrarpah Sarpanam asmi visukihi.
Wow, 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 wow. Very nice. Read one more. 29.
Anantaschasmi naganam varuno yadasamaham Pitrinam aryamachasmi yamah samyamatamaham.
Jai Ho. One more, Mataji. 30.
Prahladashchasmi daityanam kalakalayamaham mriganam cha mrigendroham vainateyascha pakshinam.
Your voice is like the voice from Vaikuntha. So beautiful. 31, please.
I should continue, Prabhu?
Yeah, yes, 31, please.
Pavanah pavatam asmi ramah shastra britamaham chhashanam makaraschasmi shrotasamasmi jahnavi.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you so much.
Yugaraj. 32.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
सर्गाणामादिरन्तश्च मध्यं चैवाहमर्जुन अध्यात्मविद्या विद्यानां वादः प्रवदतामहम्.
Aha, very nice. Gaurav. 33.
Aksharanamakarosmi dvandva samashikasya cha ahamevaksaya kalo dataham vishwatamokaha.
Very good. Abhinav. Abhinav is also very talented in pronunciation. Now see, everyone watch him, judge him, how he does. It's being recorded, live streamed.
I'll try, Prabhuji. Mrityuh sarvaharashchaham udbhavascha bhavishyatam kirtih shrirvakcha narinam smritir medha dhritih kshama.
Hari bol. Who else we have here with video on? Srinivas Mukunda Prabhu Mahashay ki jai. 35 Prabhuji.
बृहत्सामा ततः सामनां गायत्री छन्दसाम् अहं मासनं मार्गशीर्षोऽहं ऋतूनां कुसुमाक्षराः.
Hari bol. Which season has started just now? For all of us except Ladini Gopika Mataji, who is still very much in winter. Which season has started for us? Spring season. Krishna is saying of all the 4 seasons, all the 6 seasons, I am spring. Hari bol. So beautiful. Everything can remind us of Krishna. Amala, read 36, beta.
Okay. Dutyam chalayatam asmi tejasvinam aham jaosmi vajaosmi asmi sattvam vatam aham. Sorry, I'm not good at pronunciation.
You are quite good. You are
Thank
better
you,
than you
Prabhuji.
think. I like your reading. 37 by Aditi.
Vishninam Vasudevasmi पाण्डवानां धनञ्जय मुनीनाम् अपि अहं व्यास्य कवीनाम् उशना कवि.
Very good. 3 more days, Amala and Aditi, and we'll be together. Krishna willing. Hari Bol. If I make it to New Jersey. And then we have Devananda Krishna Prabhu and Kamal Radhika Mataji. 38.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prakash. Please go better. Go ahead.
Dandodamayatamasmi nitir asmi jigisatam maunam chaivasmi guhyanam jnanam jnanavatamaham.
Very good. All of you are sweetness personified. Haridas Thakur Mahashay. 39.
Okay, Krishna. Yachapi sarvabhutanam bijam tadahamarjuna na tadasti vina yatsya maya bhutam characharam.
Okay. Now imagine you're feeling waves of ecstasy in your heart, and now sing it with melody and ecstasy. Hari Bol. Krishna is listening. Doyal Nitai Gaur are listening. Sing it. Like you play Mridanga very nicely. Do it in a melody. Go. Yachapi sarvabhutanam. Like that. Oh, you muted yourself. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yachapi sarvabhutanam bijam tadahamarjuna na tadasti vina yatsya maya bhutam characharam.
Hari Bol. And now, Sita Mataji. 40. हाँ अनम्यूट करा मत. हाँ यस माता जी.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी धन्यवाद.
हरे कृष्ण. 40.
नाहन्तोऽस्मि मम दिव्यानां विभूतीनां परं तप एष तुद्देशतः प्रोक्तो विभूते विस्तरो मया.
एकदा परत माता जी. खूप सुंदर.
नाहन्तोऽस्मि मम दिव्यानां विभूतीनां परं तप एष तुद्देशतः प्रोक्तो विभूते विस्तरो मया.
हरि बोल. Thank you. Nilima Mataji. 41. Nilima Mataji.
यद्यद्भूतिमत्सत्त्वं श्रीमद् वा तदेवावगच्छात्वं मम तेजोंसा सम्भवम्.
Aha. So ecstasy. Such ecstatic. And last verse. Golok Vasini Mataji. Hari Bol.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी धन्यवाद प्रणाम. अथवा बहु नयतेन किं ज्ञातेन तव अर्जुन विस्ताभ्याहम् इदं कृत्स्नम् एकांसेन स्थितो जगत्.
Hari Bol. So beautiful. Shri Krishna Bhagwan ki Jai. So where did we start? We started from 20. So now I will just read the verse and the translation. Are you all ready? It's so beautiful now. So much sweetness and ecstasy is there in these verses. Imagine we are dying and someone is reading these verses of Bhagavad Gita to us and we are remembering Krishna. Aha. Hari Bol. 20. Aham atma gudakesh sarvabhutashaya sthitah aham adischa madhyam cha bhutanamanta eva cha. Very Sundarangi Radha Mataji. Sundarangi Radha Mataji kahan hai? She left, I think. I don't see her anywhere. Okay. I am the super soul Arjun, seated in the hearts of all living entities. I am the beginning, the middle, and the end of all beings. Please listen carefully. Shri Krishna is saying, I am the super soul. Aham Atma Gudakesha. Hey Gudakesha Arjun. I am the super soul. Aham Atma Gudakesha. Krishna is saying, if anyone says, what is the proof? Where is Arav? Arav, anytime I ask, on Friday class. What is the proof Krishna is the Paramatma? You can quote this Krishna says, Aham Atma Gudakesh. Krishna is saying, I am the Paramatma. Haribo. Aham Atma Gudakesh. I am the super soul of Arjun, seated in the hearts of all living entities. Sarva Bhuta Ashaya Sthita. Sthita means situated, Ashaya means heart. Situated in everyone's heart. I am the Paramatma. I am the beginning, I am the middle, I am the end of everything and everyone. How beautiful is that? What is there to fear? Krishna is there. In the beginning, in the middle, in the end, everywhere Krishna is there with us. Haribol. Adityanamaham Vishnor Jyotisham Raviram Shumam Jyotisham Raviram Shuman Marichir Marutamasmi Nakshatranamaham Shashi. Of the Adityas, the 12 Adityas, I am Vishnu. Of lights, I am the radiant sun. Of the Maruts, I am Marichi. And among the stars, I am the moon. Among the celestial objects, I am the moon. 22. Vedanam Samavedosmi Devanam Asmi Vasava Indriyanam Manachasmi Bhutanam Asmi Chetana. Of the Vedas, I am Samaved, which is very beautiful poetry. Devanam Asmi Vasavaha. Hare Krishna. Among the demigods, I am the king of the demigods, Indradev. Indriyam Manaschasmi. Of all the senses, I am the mind. Mind is the subtlest and the most powerful sense. Raise your hand and explain how mind is the most powerful of all the senses. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Hey. Bolo.
Prabhuji, the mind controls the rest of the five senses, and
Yes.
it decides what it get used for, and whether we use the senses for Krishna consciousness or other thing that is decided by the mind itself.
The mind will decide, I want Shama Chandrika Mataji dahi vada. And then the mouth will go there to the dahi vada. The hands will cooperate. Everything will happen. But the mind is deciding. Sankalp. I want dahi vada. Very good. So mind is the most powerful senses. So Krishna is saying among the senses, I am mind. Indriyanam manas chasmi. Bhutanam asmi chetana. And I am the chetana. I am the consciousness. I am the living force in everyone. Rudranam Shankaraschasmi Vittesho Yaksharakshasam Vasunam Pavakaschasmi Meru Shikharinamaham. Of the Rudras, 11 Rudras, I am Lord Shiva. Of the Yakshas and Rakshasas, I am the Lord of Wealth. Vittesha. Isha means controller. Vitta means wealth, treasury. I am the treasurer, Kuver. Of the Vasus, I am Agnidev, Pavakas Chasmi. Among the Vasus, Vasunam, Pavakas Chasmi. I am the Agnidev. And Meru Shikharinamaham. Among all the Shikhar, all the mountains, I am Sumeru, which is the highest peak. Mount Everest is like a small pebble in front of Sumeru because it is thousands of yojanas high. Purodhasam cha mukhyam mam vidhi partha brihaspatim Senani namaham skandha sarasam asmi sagara. Excuse me, JD, what is happening? Excuse me. Of the priests, Purohits, I am the chief Purohit, Brihaspati. Of the generals, I am Kartikeya. Sena Ninam Aham Skandha. Skandha is Kartik, the son of Lord Shiva, brother of Ganapati. And of bodies of water, I am the ocean. Sarasam, of all the bodies of water, Asmi Sagara, the biggest water body. Maharshinam Bhriguraham Giram Asmekam Aksharam Yajnanam Japa Yajñosmi Sthavaranam Himalaya. Of the great sages, I am Bhrigu Muni. Of vibrations, I am the transcendental vibration. Om. The Ekam Aksharam, the single syllable Om. Yajnanam Japa Yajñosmi. Of the Yajnas, sacrifices, I am the sacrifice of doing japa, which Srila Prabhupada told us to do every day. Hari Bol. And of the immovable things, I am Himalaya. Sthavar means that does not move. It remains sthai in one place. I am Himalayas, immovable Himalayas. Ashwatha sarva vrikshanam devarashinam cha naradaha gandharvanam chitraratha siddhanam kapilo munihi. Aha. Of all the trees, I am the banyan tree. Banyan tree is a representation of Krishna. It is the biggest tree, banyan tree. And among the sages of the demigods, I am the greatest. Among the demigods, I am the sage. Among the demigods, Deva Rishi, Devarshi, Narad. Among the demigods, of the sages among the demigods, I am the best sage. Who is the best Muni? Shri Narad Muni. Of the Gandharvas, I am Chitrarath. And among the perfected beings, Siddhanam, Kapila Muni, Bhagwan Kapil Dev. Srila Prabhupada writes the banyan tree, Ashwatha, is one of the highest and most beautiful trees, and people in India often worship it because it represents Krishna. So all these things that we are discussing, all these personalities that we are discussing, they are not Krishna necessarily, but they represent the Vibhuti of Krishna. They are recipients of Krishna's special empowerment. What are they? They are recipients of Krishna's special empowerment. They represent certain power of Krishna, Vibhuti of Krishna. Uchchaya Shravasam Ashvanam Vidhimam Amritodbhavam Airavatam Gajendranam Naranam Chanaradhipam. Of horses, I am Uchchashrava. Uchchashrava was that beautiful horse that came from Sagar Manthan Leela, the churning of the ocean of milk. Of lordly elephants, I am Airavat, the personal carrier of Devaraj, Indra. And among men, I am king. Naranamcha Naradhipam, the king. Ayudhanam aham vajram dhenunam asmi kamadhuk Prajanaschasmi kandarpaha sarpanam asmi vasukihi. Of the weapons, I am thunderbolt, Vajra. Vajra is a very powerful weapon. It can crush mountains to powder. Not pieces, powder. Among cows, I am the Kamadhenu cow, Kamadhuk, Surabhi cow. Vashishta Muni had a Surabhi cow. Who knows the name of that Surabhi cow? Nandini? What was the name of the Surabhi cow of Vashishta Muni?
Was it Nandini?
Hari Bol. Very good. Yes. Of the causes of procreation, I am Kandarpa, god of love. And of the serpents, I am Vasuki. Sarpanam asmi Vasuki. Vasuki was so powerful. Can someone tell one of the Leelas of Vasuki? Arav? Something you remember about Vasuki? I'll give you a
Krishna
hint.
Prabhuji. Yes, when they were churning the milk ocean.
Who were churning the milk? I never churned.
The demigods and the demons.
Okay. What? You are leaving it to me to explain.
So Vasuki was the rope. They were using it, and then they were pulling Vasuki.
Yes, you have to answer in the full scope. That he was the rope. Don't leave it So when the sagar, they were churning, and then you leave it to me. So churning, what? Where is Vasuki in churning? Yes, he was the rope. Mandar Parvat. Very good. Anantaschasmi naganam. Beg your pardon. Anantaschasmi naganam. Varuno yadasamaham. Pitrinam aryama chasmi yamah samyamatamaham. Of the many hooded nagas, I am Shri Ananta Sheshna. So Sarpanam Vasuki and Naganam Anantaschasmi. You see the difference? Among the aquatics, I am the demigod Varun. Varuno Yadasamaham. Of the departed ancestors, I am Aryama. Aryama is the principal, the chief among the of the Pitralok. So where the pious ancestors go when we do Shraddha, the offering is received by Aryama, and Aryama gives it to our respective ancestors. Among the dispensers of justice and law, I am Yama, the Lord of Death. Yamaha Samyamatamaham. Those who are the givers of justice, deliverers of justice, those who bring everyone under control, I am Yam. Yamraj brings everyone under control. Ahani Ahani Bhutani. Who knows? Ahani Ahani Bhutani. Advait Chandra. Ahani Ahani Bhutani Gachanti ha Yamalayam. Sheshasthavaram Ichanti. Kimascharya Mathaparam. Haridas Anudas Das Anudas will explain. Tan tadan.
Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Roji, I don't remember this.
Ahani Ahani Bhutani. Ahani Ahani means day after day. Bhutani means all the people. Gachanti, they are dispatched. Yamalayam, to the abode of Yamraj. Yamlok means the Lord of Death. Day after day we see people are dying and being dispatched by cruel death to the Lord of Death, Yamraj, for justice. Ahani Ahani Bhutani Gachanti ha Yamalayam Shesh. But those of us who are left here, Sthavaram Ichanti. We think, I'm going to live forever. I'm going to live forever. We behave as if we are going to live forever. Sthavaram Ichanti. Yudhishthir Maharaj tells the Yaksha, Kim Ascharya Mathaparam. Yaksha said, what is the biggest Ascharya? What is the greatest, surprising, wonderful thing in this world? Yudhishthir Maharaj says, I do not know anything more surprising, more wonderful than the fact that people of this world live as if they are never going to die. They don't prepare for afterlife. They just want now, here, how to enjoy. They live as if they are never going to die. They live as if they are never going to face Yamraj. Even though every day in the newspaper there is obituary. They see people are dying. No, no. We will skip the obituary page. And I will go to page 3, where all the celebrities and the socialites are describing their gossips. Yudhishthira Maharaj says, I cannot see anything more surprising than this. Hare Krishna. It is very important, my dear friends, my dear young friends, to meditate on the irreversibility and inevitability of death. Hare Krishna. My Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj, in his journey home, when he left, when he came to Bharat, he would sit for hours at Kashi, Ganga Ghat, watching people being cremated and just meditate on the inevitability and the irreversibility of death. Walt Disney will never be brought back to life. Hare Krishna. No matter how much you pay the scientists, death is irreversible, and all of us must meditate on our cremation. on our cremation. When Gopal will cremate the dead body, my dead body, that day can be today, that day can be tomorrow. What am I doing? Where is my sense of urgency in Krishna consciousness? Why should I engage in sense gratification? Meditation on death. प्रह्लादश्चास्मि दैत्यानां कालकलयतामहं मृगाणां च मृगेन्द्रोऽहं वैनतेयश्च प्रशिक्ष वैनतेयश्च पक्षिणामः गरुड़ जी की जय among the daityas प्रह्लादश्चास्मि दैत्यानाम among the daityas who are daityas raise your hand etymological meaning of daitya Geeta Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sons of Diti.
Yes, the children of those who came from Diti, they are Daityas. And who will tell what are the sons of Aditi called? Aditi will tell us. Aditi, what are the sons? What is the name, the terminology for the sons of Aditi? Like Vamana Bhagwan, like Surya Dev, like Indra Dev. What are they called?
Adityas?
Yes, Haribol. Among the Daityas, I am the devoted Prahlad Maharaj. Bhaktaraj Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Among subduers, I am time. Kalah Kalayatamaham. Everyone will be subdued in due course of time. Mriganam cha Mrigandroham. Among the animals, beasts, I am the king, Mrigendra, the king of the jungle, lion or tiger. And Pakshinam cha Vainateyas. I am Garudji. Among the birds. Among the snakes, Vasuki. Among the Nagas, Ananta Sheshnag. Among the birds, Shri Garudji Maharaj. And among the animals, lion. Pavana Pavatam Asmi Rama Shastra Bhritamaham Jasanam Makaraschasmi Srotasamasmi Jahnavi Haribol. Pavanah Pavatam Asmi. Of the purifiers, I am wind. Tan, tadan. Of the purifiers, I am wind. Who has the courage to raise their hand and explain how so? Of the purifiers, I am wind. Who knows? We will get the answer from His Grace, Shripad Advait Chandra Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Actually, you had asked me this question some time back to do a mini research on it. So, and some things that I had thought of were that, and then I had also read Madhurama Ādi Krishna meditation book, that just like there's a musty room, which is smelling due to whatever fungus, etc., moisture or anything, just dust residual over time. If you just allow the wind to come through, then eventually everything will become fresh again. It freshens the area. Any area it's fresh, we always want fresh air, as that's purifying, right? Air purifier, right? We want things to be fresh, and then the air of purifiers, it's the air. Anything that is in a closed place without air tends to be dirty. But if there's air over, even something that doesn't smell good, if it aired it out, then it goes away. And also we were something sweet that I thought is when a Vaishnava speaks and he's using the air in his body, the life air, to speak, and that air is also very, very purifying when a pure Vaishnava speaks.
Hari Bol. Sundarangi Radha Mataji.
Srila Prabhu, Krishna is explaining his material energies in Bhumi Rapanalo Vayu. In that verse, Krishna is saying that it is his material energy. So that verse is coming into connection to say Krishna is the wind.
But then Krishna is earth also. So of the purifiers, I am earth. Of the purifiers, I am fire. We use fire to purify our instruments in medicine. We sterilize them with autoclave.
I'm not sure about the earth, but I think Krishna also says he is one of the fire elements too, right, Prabhu?
Yeah. So the question is, how of the purifiers I am wind? How does that make sense? If I have got an abscess, do I say that थोड़ा हवा लगा दो उसको? Or I am dirty, sweaty, stinky. थोड़ा हवा में खड़ा रहता हूँ. I'll become purified. No. My mother will say, go and do Achaman, go take a shower. Of the purifiers, I am wind. Atulya Harinam Prabhu.
Bro, I think Prabhuji's name, what is his name, who was speaking earlier? I forget. He already answered my question.
Advait Chandra Prabhu.
Advaita Chandra Prabhu. Sorry for my.
No.
In a more technical sense, I was also thinking that the wind refers to prana, the life and breath, just as the wind purifies the atmosphere. The breath purifies the body and mind, and by identifying as the wind, Krishna is saying he is the very life force that
But
keeps
how is he purifier?
You can't see the wind, but you can see its effect. Like it is everywhere, touching everything simultaneously. Krishna is
Yeah.
using this.
Those
And
are
now,
qualities of the wind, but how is the wind purifying? Of the purifiers, I am wind.
I was thinking maybe unlike water, which can become, stagnant or polluted, the wind is, self-cleaning force. It carries away scents and clears the air and
Clears what air? The polluted air?
yeah, I would say
Then how air is
disperses.
purifying? Air has become polluted. That's why you want to get rid of it. So how air can be purifying? Of the purifiers, I am wind. If there's a dirty place, then that air becomes dirty. You have to take it out with the exhaust fan. Abhinav?
Prabhuji, I had two ideas. One is wind is more benevolent. If you take fire, for example, it purifies, but it also, like you're using medical equipment, it purifies by killing all the bacteria and everything, but wind does not kill anything when it's purifying. It moves. And second is that while most purifiers can only purify on something or if there's an actual tangible thing, if something is in the air, like say a firework has come, then the wind is able to take it away, even though it's not, the particles aren't resting on anything. The wind is still taking it away.
Say that again, I didn't quite understand. I'm not.
The first part or second part?
Both.
Both, okay. Of the purifying forces, I would think that the wind is the most benevolent, because if you take water, then water can also like get things wet and damage or drown them, and fire can also damage things, and it kills
Why
bacteria.
don't you focus on wind? Tell me how wind is purifying. Don't tell me about other elements.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't kill anything when it's purifying. It doesn't damage anything like the other purifiers might do.
So I am covered with dirt and dust and sweat and stink. And I wash myself with water. So what is the problem? Water is purifying me. Wind is not purifying me.
But the water might also damage some other things around,
What?
even if it doesn't damage you.
You take a bath every day, 2 times a day, you get damaged?
No, not me, but it can cause erosion and.
Where?
Sorry, I was maybe.
What was the second wrong point that you made?
The second point was that while other things need it, the wind can purify things even when they're not situated on something tangible. But like smoke is in the air, and there's nothing that, like, if you pour water on smoke in the air, it won't purify it. You can't burn the smoke, but wind can purify even though there's nothing for it to sit on.
And where does the smoke remain then? In the wind.
The wind is the movement of the air.
So imagine there is
air
all
itself.
smoke and polluted air.
Yes.
So then you want different air. That air is already polluted. So your air is getting polluted. When there is foul smell in the air, when there is pollution in the air, there is carbon monoxide in the air. So
But
air does get polluted. How air can be purifying?
But the wind is not the air.
What is wind?
Wind is the movement of the air.
Of?
The air. But the movement, okay, yeah.
Can there be wind without air? Abhinav? SAT question. No, na? Okay. Let's say if Arav can say something. Arav.
Hey Krishna Prabhuji, this is a little bit of a stretch, but I was thinking wind can mean the wind god Vayu, and he sent his sons like Hanuman, and he sent Bhima, and they purified the earth of these people like Duryodhana, Ravana's army, and they got rid of them like that. That's what I was thinking.
This is actually good. I like this. Okay. Gaurav Prabhu?
Mine is almost
wind.
No, mine was almost the exact same as Arav Prabhu, but it was gonna be Madhvacharya.
Srimad Madhvacharya, yes.
Yeah, so he came in.
He's Vayu Avatar directly, Sakshat.
So
Okay. I accept this point. Advait Chandra Prabhu?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I got reminded of the point that when we had this discussion previously, you had shared something you and Amarendra Prabhu had discussed. It was Yasya Kadapi Vasananchala Khelanota Dhanyati Dhanya Pavanena Kritathamani. And that was the beautiful climax of the discussion, how just by the wind, air touching the edge of Srimati Radharani's garment, by being in contact with that wind, Krishna, who is hard to obtain by all these great munis, etc., he considers his life to be fully successful just by the touch of that wind.
Rivol. Krishna standing in Nandagaon offers obeisances in the direction of Barsana. When the wind from Barsana comes to Nandagaon, wind that has touched the tip of the pallu of Srimati Radharani Sari. Haribol. Superb. That's the ultimate answer. Golok Kasini Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I see wind is something which makes you feel fresh. So like taking Harinam makes your heart purified. Similarly, that wind gives you that freshness which brings the highest purifier. And wind is not the air. There's a difference between wind and air.
What is the difference?
Prabhuji, you're confusing us. So I'm not a science student.
What an accusation! What an accusation towards the facilitator. You are confusing us.
No, Prabhuji,
Okay, you
wind is always
diffuse the
pure.
confuse.
Wind is
Diffuse
always
the.
pure, Prabhuji. It is never contaminated. Even it is passing through any dirty place, it's
Huh.
always remains pure. So is the Harinam. It is always transcendent. Whatever, even if I'm an impure person full of anarthas, if I start taking Harinam, my heart will get purified gradually. So I take it that if I connect it through Krishna, Krishna wants to say, whosoever accepts that wind, it's going to get purified, like wind is purifying the air. So air gets contaminated, not the wind. And Krishna is wind here.
What is define wind?
Would you repeat it?
Define wind.
Define wind. Wind is okay.
So what you said was classic word salad. What was it? Word salad. Because it made no sense. Sundarangi Radha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, just a try. Is this referring to the bodily wind? I think we have like 8 kinds of winds inside the body.
So that is
Okay.
what Atul Harinam Prabhu said, and I asked him how, and he did not answer. So you're right. That is the right answer. But go ahead, build on that. Pranavayu.
Yeah. The pranavayu, apanavayu, basically they control how your intelligence should work and how your digestion should work. They control the metabolism of the body, including like your memory and how a certain human being is going to behave. That is basically this is not just cleaning the body, but this is cleaning the mind and the intelligence as well. It is at a deeper level. So that's how this purifies better than any other element that we have. That is
How?
one.
How?
Because fire can only stop at the digestion as Jatanala, but fire cannot tame the intelligence.
No, don't tell me
What
what other elements cannot do. Tell me what Vayu can do.
um
You're not able
what
to tell.
I remembered,
You
what I
Bhakti
remember,
Shastri kids now, you need to really okay.
Prabhu.
Hemangi? No.
Uh,
Sundarangi Mataji, you are
okay.
dismissed.
Hare Krishna.
You lost your time.
Can you hear me?
See, this is how you have to argue. This is how you have to discuss and debate in the world. People will ask you, Bhagavad Gita is saying like this. What is the explanation? Hemangi Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Babuji. My Dandavat. Obeisances to you. Oxygen purifies blood.
Mataji,
That
even if
is,
you offer obeisance, I'll still be rude to you. That is my job.
yeah, be that. Oxygen purifies the blood. Um, and another thing, like as Sundarangi Radha Mataji said, it also purifies the mind when we
Oxygen
chant.
purifies the blood. There is oxygenated blood and there is deoxygenated blood. So
Mhm.
Ravan also had oxygenated blood. The terrorists also have oxygenated blood and they are very pure. Their activities are also very pure. Wonderful. Thank you. Keshav Madhav Prabhu.
Probably I'm just trying to build over Sundarangi Radha Mataji's answer because you supported that. That is why I'm going to try that.
Pranvayu. That Atul Harinam Prabhu was the first person to mention it. He was right, but then he did not build upon that.
So you asked me about how. You asked about how. My answer would be pranayam because it is a form of yoga.
Okay.
And by performance of yoga, any different form of yoga, especially if in case you perform Ashtanga yoga using the pranavayu, then you are able to achieve God. Using the same pranavayu, if in case we are able to breathe out Harinam, then that is also purifying, and that ultimate culmination is Bhakti Yoga. So I would
This
vote.
is what I was looking for. This is what I was looking for. That yes, there is prana vayu, and when you do pranayam, when you perform Ashtanga yoga, it completely through nam yam pranayam, it completely purifies us, our existence. And when you do japa, specifically with japa, Keshav Madhav Prabhu. 3 types of japa are there.
Yes, sorry.
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Especially if when you do japa, you just chant a mantra, you're producing a sound vibration. To produce the sound vibration, you need wind in your lungs. And when you do vachik, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, you have to, when you inhale, your japa stops. And when you exhale, your japa starts. Correct? In vachik. But what happens in upamshu? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. This is also a type of pranayam. His Holiness Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj says, how many Mahamantras you can chant during your exhalation and how many Hare Krishna Mahamantras you can chant during your inhalation. So it becomes like a transcendental Upamshu Japa pranayam. And when you are exhaling, the wind is going out of your lungs. Wind is air that moves, by the way, Golopasiri Mataji. So that when the wind is coming out of the breath is coming out of the lungs, out of the mouth, lips, tongue, which is producing the Upamshu Japa. And when it is coming in, breathing out the air, the Japa is going on. And Krishna said, of all the Yajnanam Japa Yajñosmi, of all the Yajnas, I am Japa Yajna. When you're chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. When you're utilizing sound to produce the transcendental holy name with every breath that comes in and comes out, Pavanam Pavananam Harer Nam Eva Kevalam. So when you combine the wind, the breath with Harinam, then it is purifying. Or in other simpler words for outsiders, pranayam. Pranayam purifies. How pranayam purifies? Keshavada Prabhu?
Guruji, pranayam, first of all, it regulates the entire body circulation, like, Ida and Pingala, two different, I do not know. Forgive me, Guruji. I would rather not try. And
The whole purpose of pranayam, the whole purpose of practicing Ashtanga Yoga is to control our desires, control our sense gratification, and completely focus ourselves and ultimately reach the platform of samadhi on Lord Vishnu. Complete absorption in Lord Vishnu. That is the purpose. And when we do that, it is completely purifying. Ara kabe nitai chander karuna haibe samsara vasana mora kabe tuchcha haibe. Vishaya chhadiya kabe shuddha habe man tabe am heribo Shri Vrindavan. So when the greatest purification happens when we give up our Vishaya lalasa. And that is what is achieved through the practice of Ashtanga Yoga. That is what is practiced that is what is attained through the practice of Bhakti Yoga. Starting with, which is important name of Bhakti is Japa, Nam Jap, Hari Nam Jap. Pavanam Pavananam, Harer Nama Eva Kevalam. So when we use this wind, otherwise wind is, your hands are contaminated. You don't say, put it in the wind. No, you have to wash it with soap and water. Marjana means to wash. So when we utilize, but even if there is no water, how does one purify oneself? By chanting. Pavanam Pavananam Harer Nama Eva Kevalam. And we utilize the wind to produce sound vibration. We cannot chant in the vacuum. Hare Krishna. So you use sound vibration, and that is, you do Upamshu Japa, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Upanshu Japa can be Akhanda, because continuously you are doing it. Whereas Vachik Japa stops when you inhale. So that is the understanding of of the purifiers. Krishna says, I am the wind. Through controlling, regulating the pranavayu. When we are regulated, we are sense controlled, we practice yam, niyam, pranayam, then we are said to be pure. When we don't have control over our senses, we are engaging in indriya tripti, sense gratification, then we are considered to be contamination. One of the four pillars of dharma, four limbs on which dharma stands, is purity. What is it? Purity. And which of the four regulative principles, when we break them, destroys purity? It is illicit sex.
Illicit activities.
By gambling, truthfulness goes.
Yes.
There cannot be a truthful gambler, honest gambler. By intoxication, austerity goes. One cannot say, today's I'm doing Ekadashi and we drink whiskey. Intoxication, there can be no austerity. Meat eating destroys mercifulness.
Yes.
Daya. And Shaucham, the cleanliness, it is destroyed by illicit sense gratification. So when we give up these things by the practice of yoga, then by the practice of pranayam, then we are said to be pure. Sinless life, life of devotion, is pure life. Otherwise, everything is contaminated. Om apavitra pavitro va sarvavastha gatupya yah smare pundarikaksha sa bhayavantara shuchi. Shuchi, pure, is that person who is Krishna conscious. Yes, Mridula Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. By chanting holy name, how we are getting purified, it is understandable. But I could never understand how do we get purified, or how our material desires come to an end by just control of the air.
No, not controlling the air. You are utilizing the air. You are utilizing every breath to chant Harinam through japa, upamshu japa. That will purify.
Yes, Prabhu. Japa is understood. How japa works, we can understand that. But how Ashtanga Yoga works to make us come to the point that we control our material desires to focus at something like to focus at Paramatma, to come till that point that okay, from now I can focus on Paramatma because now my material desires are controlled. It cannot disturb me further. Now I can focus peacefully. Till there, Ashtanga Yoga helps. But how Ashtanga Yoga, taking help of only some control of air movements, make me come to the point of controlling my desires?
Controlling desire is preliminary to the practice of Ashtanga Yoga. You cannot reach a complete absorption on Lord Vishnu unless your senses are controlled. Therefore, Yam Niyam comes before everything else. Then there is asana, then there is pranayam, and ultimately there is samadhi. So, controlling the senses is the preliminary stage of Ashtanga Yoga. It is the prerequisite to enter into the higher levels of Ashtanga Yoga. And ultimately, one becomes so focused on Krishna that one can elevate the pranavayu, and then from the Brahmarandhra, one can quit this pinda called the human body and go to Golok Vrindavan, go to Vaikuntha, wherever our Ishtadev is. So that is the purifying power of raising the pranavayu through the practice of yoga that Krishna has described. But it is always dependent on meditation on Krishna, always dependent on Krishna Prasad, on Krishna's mercy, not otherwise. It's not a mechanical process, but it's a process of grace. It's a process of Krishna Kripa. So without sense control, one cannot practice this yoga. One has to go to a solitary place, give up eating, sleeping, and sit in a solitary place, stop talking, and then sit in a proper asana. And then naturally the senses are controlled. We are not engaging in sense gratification. So like that. So we'll quickly read and finish the chapter. So Pavana, Pavatam Asmi. Of the purifiers I am wind. And then very beautiful on the eve of Sri Ramanavami. Ramaha Shastra Bhritam Aham. Of the wielders of weapons, I am Ram. Haribol. And tomorrow is Ram Navami. Can I say something very sweet about this? So what is the meaning of Rama Shastra Bhritamaham? Sundarangi Radha Mataji, what is the meaning of this?
Sorry, Prabhu, I was a little distracted, but I can try.
Do some pranayam, focus, and then answer.
But on the note of pranayam, what I was about to say, I know this is not the question, but I was reading it somewhere that there is an extensive dialogue between Mother Parvati and Lord Shiva, which is called Jnana Bhairava Tantra. The entire conversation is about breath control and how it controls the mind. And by controlling the mind, you can focus more. So I was wanting to say that point, but let me come back to this point, Prabhu.
Okay, good. Point taken. Well taken. Now tell me about Ramaha Shastra Bhritamaham.
So is he referring to Balaram here? So no, of the wielders of the weapons, he is Lord Ram. So of the bow, he's representing the bow here, and
the bow.
The bow, yeah, the bow. So of the wielders of weapon, like
how you know it? He's referring to the bow.
Again, a guess, Prabhu, like the
guess. In Bhakti Shastri, you're saying guess.
So, I mean,
which type of praman is this? Guess. Guess praman. I have heard about Shastra praman. I have never heard of guess praman.
Yeah.
Guess praman cannot be a guest in Bhakti Shastri, Mataji. So, again, we have to look at the commentaries of the Acharyas. This is very beautiful. Srila Prabhupada translates here as Ram, but Srila Prabhupada does not in the purport mention which Ram. Who are the three Rams?
Parashuram, Lord Ram, and Balaram. So, and they wield different weapons. Henceforth, when it comes to wielding most of the weapons, it is Ram.
Which Ram?
Could be any Ram.
Huh?
Could be any Ram, or
Could be
even
any Ram.
or even Radha Raman for that matter. But
Wielding weapon. Bichara Radharaman.
the
What? He
flute,
only wields toys. If you
the,
go to
the
Radharaman temple, he only has a room full of toys.
the flute also, Prabhu. He's also attacking the minds too. So
Oh, weapon with the Pancham Swar of the Murli. He's attacking the gopis. Haribol.
yeah.
Very, very sweet. I cannot say anything to that, but I agree. Okay, so here our acharyas say, some acharyas have written that Rama refers to Parashuram because Lord Parashuram, he killed so many sinful, proud, arrogant Kshatriyas with his Parasha, with his axe weapon. Some acharyas have also commented that Ram here refers to Shri Dasharathi Ram, Kodandadhari Ram, Ram who wields the bow. And some acharyas, especially the Gaudiya acharyas, they have said that as Krishna is describing to Arjun his vibhutis, his opulences, standing there in the middle of the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Parthasarthi is feeling separation from his dear brother Dauji. And therefore, Abhinav, here Ram refers to Dauji. Krishna is saying among the wielders, I am that Ram, Balaram, who is the guru of your elder brother Bhim. Haribol. Of the wielders of weapons, I am Dauji, Balaram, who can drag Hastinapur into the Ganga if he wants with his weapon. Shri Dauji Balaram ji ki jai. Hare Krishna. So very beautiful this is. Among the fishes, I am shark. Among the flowing rivers, I am Ganga. Of all creations, I am the beginning, the end, and also the middle, O Arjun. Of all sciences, I am the spiritual science. Please note down, kids. When you do BSc, MSc, the greatest science is Bhakti Shastri. Bhakti Vaibhava, Bhakti Vedanta, Bhakti Sarvabhauma. Of all sciences, I am the spiritual science of the self, and among the logicians, I am the conclusive truth. Of the letters, I am A. Among compound words, I am the dual compound. Dvandva. I am also inexhaustible time, and of the creators, I am Brahma, Lord Brahma, Chaturmukh Brahma. Mrityu sarvaharas chaham. I am the all-devouring death. So even death, my dear friends, is Krishna. So why should a devotee be afraid of death? It's Krishna in one form. And I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. See how many qualities of women Shri Krishna is describing. So who says that there is lack of respect for women in Krishna consciousness? Shri Krishna is glorifying women by mentioning their beautiful, beautiful qualities. Kirti, Shrir, Vak, Chanarinam, Smritir, Medha, Dhriti, Kshama. These are the transcendental qualities of women which are the opulences of Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna has invested these opulences only in the women. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. Haribol, Medha, Shakti, intelligence. Krishna has invested in women. And they are all personified ladies. Srila Prabhupada writes, the 7 opulences listed, fame, fortune. We say na wife ko, मेरी भाग्यवान है, लक्ष्मी है माझी, मराठी में से. So she's the fortune. Fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience are considered feminine. If a person possesses all of them, some of them, he becomes glorious. If a man is famous as a righteous man, that makes him glorious. Sanskrit is a perfect language and is therefore very glorious. If after studying one can remember a subject matter, he is gifted with good memory or smriti and the ability not only to read many books on different subject matter but to understand, apply them, when necessary is intelligence, medha. Prabhupada is defining what is intelligence. It's another opulence. Ability to overcome unsteadiness is called firmness, steadfastness, dhriti. And when one is fully qualified yet humble, this is very important. One is fully qualified yet humble and gentle. And when one is able to keep his balance both in sorrow and in ecstasy of joy, he has the opulence called as patience, kshama. So these are all personified ladies. They are all feminine. Krishna has invested these qualities as women. Of the hymns of the Samaved, I am the Brihat Sam. And of poetry, I am Gayatri. Hari Bol. Very beautiful. Those who are second initiated, very fortunate. Everyone should try for second initiation. Therefore, do Bhakti Shastri. Hari Bol. Of months, I am Margashirsha, November, December. And of seasons, I am the flower bearing spring. Kalyug, pollen carrying spring in the wind, which is all purified. Hari Bol. And then, Dyutam Chalayatam Asmi. This is very beautiful. Among the gamblers, I am also gambling of the cheaters. Of the splendid, I am the splendor. I am victory, I am adventure, and I am strength of the strong. So beautiful. Sattvam Sattvatamaham. And then Vrishninam Vasudevosmi. Among the descendants of Vrishni, I am Vasudev. And then Pandavanam Dhananjaya. Can I say something very sweet about this? When Krishna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra was saying, among the Vrishnis, I am Vasudev. Understood? Yes, accepted. Pandavanam, Arjun sitting in front of Krishna. When Shri Krishna said, Pandavanam, among the 5 Pandava brothers, I am. Arjun whispered, Yudhishthir, Bhaiya Yudhishthir. He's the greatest, he's our leader, we follow him. He's the most religious. And seeing the humility, unassuming simplicity of Arjun, Shri Krishna says, Pandavanam Dhananjay. Not Yudhishthir, not Bhim, not Nakul, not Sahadev. Oh Arjun, among the Pandavas, you represent me. Haribol! Arjun ki jai! Vrishninam Vasudevosmi Pandavanam Dhananjaya Muninam Apyaham Vyasaha Kavinam Ushana Kavi. Of the descendants of Vrishni, I am Vasudev. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And of the Pandavas, I am the Bhakta, Dhananjay, Arjun. Of the sages, I am Vyasadeva, and among the great thinkers, I am Ushana or Shukracharya, about whom we are reading in Yayati Prasanga. We will see the power of Shukracharya. Dando Damayatam Asmi, Nitir Asmi, Jigishatam, Maunam Chaivasmi, Guhyanam, Jnanam Jnanavatam Aham. Among all means of suppressing lawlessness, I am punishment. That punishment is required for disciplining people. And of those who seek victory, I am morality. There cannot be victory without niti, without morality. Niti is very important. And of the secret things, I am silence. Dear devotees, if you want to keep a secret now, don't say, Prabhuji, I'll tell you something. Don't tell this one. Keep it between us. It will never remain between us. Haribol. Shri Krishna says, among secrets, I am silence. If you want to keep something secret now, just keep it in your heart. Bas. Then that is the foolproof way of keeping it secret. And Matajis to bilkul, they have all these qualities, huh? Matajis. Which qualities? Matajis have Kirti, Shri, Vak, Narinam, Smriti, Medha, Dhriti, Kshama. Yes, all these qualities Matajis have. And then they have one curse from Yudhishthir Maharaj also. Okay, so don't tell any secret to Matajis. Satyam Mataji, isko edit kar dena, please. Among all the means of suppressing lawlessness, I am punishment. And those who seek victory, I am morality. Of secret things, I am silence. And of the wise, I am wisdom. Jnanam jnanavatam aham. Yachapi sarva bhutanam bijam tadam arjuna. Natad asti vinayatsyan maya bhutam characharam. Furthermore, O Arjuna, I am the generating seed of all existences. Nothing moving, non-moving can exist without me. Nantosti mama divyanam Oh Arjun, there is no end to my divine manifestations. You said, Ashesh, tell everything without leaving anything. Not possible. Because na antosti. There is no end to my opulences. What I have spoken to you is but a mere indication of my infinite opulences. I am just giving you a hint. In fact, yad yad vibhutimat sattvam shrimad urjitam eva va tattad evava gachatvam mama tejam shasambhavam. Know that all the opulent, beautiful, glorious, everything good, attractive in this world, it comes from but a small spark of my splendor. Mama tejo amsha sambhava. Mama tejo amsha. If I am a huge, limitless fire, all these opulences are but a small spark that is flying from me. Hari bol. Mama tejo amsha sambhava. How wonderful is our Krishna. How wonderful. How wonderful is Krishna. Even Srimati Radharani is Diwani of our Krishna. Hari bol. Our Radharani is Diwani of our Krishna. Hare Krishna. Radha Krishna Pranamor Yugala Kishore Jivane Marane Gati Rara Nahi Mor. But what need is there, Arjun, of all this detailed knowledge? What is the need for me to tell you that among the Pandavas I am you? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. Ekam Shena Sthito Jagat. Hari Bol. Shri Krishna Bhagwan ki Jai. Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan, the great Acharya and disciplic succession from Krishna, concludes his commentary on this chapter by saying, Yat Shakti Leshat Suryadya Bhavantat Ugra Tejasa Yadamshena Dhritam Vishwam Sa Krishno Dashame Archate. Aha. From Lord Krishna's potent energy, even the powerful sun gets its power. And by Krishna's partial expansion, the whole world is maintained. Therefore, Lord Shri Krishna Archate is worshipable. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports to the 10th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the matter of the opulence of the Absolute. Krishna willing, next week we will continue. We'll do Shri Ganeshaya Namaha of the 11th chapter. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Last question or comment, Sundarangi Radha Mataji. Super late. We have 36 minutes overtime.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, like this is the chapter that I enjoy a lot and I'm also confused a lot. One contradiction that I want to understand is in the same verse, Krishna is saying that he is Vasudeva and he's also saying he is Arjuna. So if I take into account that it is Krishna's potency that is invested, then Vasudeva becomes potency that is invested. So that contradicts. Even this.
No, not. I'll tell you. So Krishna says, among the Pandavas, I am Dhananjay. Pandavana, Dhananjay means the bhakti of Arjun, the fighting skills of Arjun, the obedience of Arjun. This is a vibhuti of Krishna. This is a Aishwarya of Krishna that is invested in Pandava Arjun. This is acceptable to you?
Yes, Prabhu.
Similarly, Ete chamsa kalapumsa Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Mridayanti Yuge Yuge. All the incarnations, including the Chaturvyuha manifestation of Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrughna, it is coming from Mula Sankarshan, who is a manifestation of Balaram, who is the manifestation of Krishna. Ekela Ishvara Krishna Arasavabhritya. And Sarva Avatari Krishna Swayam Bhagavan Tahara Dvitiya Deha Shri Balaram. Sarva Avatari Krishna Swayam Bhagavan Tahara Dvitiya Deha Shri Balaram. Krishna is the Bhagavan Swayam. So Krishna is the origin of Balaram. Balaram takes the form in Vaikuntha as Mula Sankarshan. And from Mula Sankarshan, there is a Chaturvyuha manifestation of other Vaikuntha planets. Somewhere it's Vasudeva, Sankarshan, like that. And then from Mula Sankarshan, there is the Karanadakshay Vishnu, Mahavishnu, Garbhadakshay Vishnu, then Shiva. The Purusha avatars also come from Mula Sankarshan. So in that sense, Vasudev is also coming from Krishna. Even though Vasudev is Krishna in the Chaturvyuha, he represents Krishna, and Sankarshan is Balramji, and then Pradyumna and Aniruddha are Bharat and Shatrughna. But Vasudev Krishna, the original Godhead who comes in this world, his origin is Golok Vrindavan, is our Sham Sundar. Krishna, who is speaking, Radha Parthasarthi. So like that, that is the way we can understand Mataji. That even Vasudeva of the Chaturvyuha has his origin in Krishna.
Origin in Krishna makes
Like
sense.
Brahma Samhita says, there are many candles, all equally brilliant, but still there is the original candle, and that is Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Sarva Avatari Krishna Swayam Bhagavan.
Yeah, this resonates, Prabhu. But still, I have a question from the perspective of how Shukracharya, like, how do we understand that he's a cheating potency and he is the cunning potency of
Yeah, but
Shukracharya?
he is more powerful than Brihaspati because Brihaspati doesn't know the Mrita
Vrita
Sanjeevani Vidya.
Sanjeevani. Yeah.
And only Shukracharya knows Mrita Sanjeevani Vidya. So therefore, that amazing knowledge and that power of making Yayati lose his youth and then giving concession that, well, one of your son can transfer temporarily. I mean, this is amazing. This power of Shukracharya is the representation of Krishna's power. That's all. That's all. Nothing else.
So can
So
I equate this to like resolute determination to succeed comes from Krishna? Because that like cheating propensity is where I'm having a hard part, Prabhu. Like he's the cheating propensity of the gamblers, right? So how can I understand? Like Shukracharya, okay, he's powerful. The ability to uh, do extreme austerity, Shukracharya, we can equate that. But how do we equate that cheating propensity?
more than austerity, Madhuri, Shukracharya represents the vast learning,
Fast
even more
learning.
vast learning than vast learning. Whole gamut of all mantras, all siddhis, all solutions is there in Shukracharya. So that is what represents Krishna. Now, as far as I am the cheating of the gamblers, that is very. I should speak. You're saying?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So see, sometimes that is required. Imagine if Yudhishthir Maharaj had taken Krishna with him in the Dyutta Krida, in the Kuru Sabha. It would have been so amazing. So sometimes this cheating propensity is required in Krishna Niti to deal with the cheaters. Ram Niti is very straightforward, but Krishna Niti is Tribhanga. Tribhanga Deya Sundaram. Krishna is crooked for the crooked. For
Yeah.
example, uh, it was understood that Arjun would not shoot the arrow at Karna when he was trying to extricate his wheel from the mud where it was stuck. It was understood. It was given. Arjun is not never going. He's never done that. He will never do that. And then Krishna says, Arjun, shoot. Wait, Keshav, let him now shoot now. Arjun could not believe what order he was getting from Krishna. Krishna is like that. But it was required for Karna. Because Karna was such a nasty fellow that he was the one who called Draupadi a prostitute. He was the one who said, bring her and let her sit naked on the thigh of my friend Duryodhan. She already has 5 husbands. What is the problem if she accepts one more? Already 5 are there. Let her accept one more. Come on, bring her. These words, according to Srila Vyasdev in Mahabharata, were spoken by Karna. So that throat, that kantha that spoke these words had to be chopped off. And he made that suggestion when the 5 Pandav brothers had been completely neutralized because of having lost everything, including themselves, in the gambling match. They were completely paralyzed because of being lost, having been lost in the gambling match. And therefore, Krishna said, when Draupadi was helpless, he attacked Draupadi with his ideas, with his suggestion, with his recommendation, and with his harsh words, which were no less than arrows. Arjun, release the arrow and cut that throat that called Draupadi prostitute. Cut that throat that said, bring her here naked. Cut that throat that said, what is the problem? She already has 5 husbands. Let her accept a 6th one. Cut that throat and cut it when he's helpless, just like when our Draupadi was helpless. Shoot the arrow, release the arrow. And Arjun released. It was Krishna who, in a very cheating way, told Yudhishthir Maharaj that Yudhishthir, you are Satyavadi. Dronacharya will only believe you. Please tell him that his son Ashwathama has been murdered by Bhimsen. You see, because nothing else would have worked. Lord Ram will never do that. It was Krishna who suggested kill Ashwathama. And it would have been good if Bhim had killed Ashwath, because he only had nuisance value. What did he do later on? He released the Brahmastra. See? So such people, Krishna Niti is very clear. Don't be excessively merciful. Show mercy by killing them. Show mercy by killing them. Otherwise, they live, they will create more nuisance. They will create more pain for others. So therefore, this cheating, transcendental cheating of Krishna, that is to be applauded, that is to be appreciated, because nothing else will work in those situations. Nothing else would have worked on Karna. Nothing else would have worked on Dronacharya, who was using celestial weapons to kill foot soldiers that day on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. He had become so venomous. Therefore, Arjuna said that today Dronacharya has to be slain. He is releasing celestial weapons on ordinary foot soldiers. That is unfair. And therefore, Krishna orchestrated his death through Drishtadyumna and Bhim, like that. So, where cheating is required, in this world, Mataji, there are cheaters. And you have to use a thorn to draw a thorn. Yeah. So, there are cheaters and they have to be dealt with in the same currency, Mataji. Otherwise, it will not work. And that is what Krishna teaches. So, that is what we should understand from that verse.
Makes sense.
So, use a thorn to draw a thorn. There's nothing wrong. Haribol.
Thank you, Prabhu. This explanation has brought me so much of a solace, because every time I go through this chapter, I'm like, how do I understand these contradictions? But this makes a ton of sense. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah, if Krishna was a mundane cheater, then Srimati Radharani would have rejected him. But Srimati Radharani loves him, that means he's only a transcendental cheater. Kito Yoshitam. Kito Yoshi. Yeah, he's a transcendental cheater. So let him go. Haribol.
Haribol, Prabhu. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Prabhu.
dear devotees. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Hare Krishna.